Hello everybody, it's the Bricklord here, back with another video, and I know it's been quite a while since I've posted anything. Yes, I haven't forgot, I've just been incredibly busy. I hope to be able to start where I can get posting more regular content here soon. But as far as today's video, quite a important one. We finally got set descriptions for the 2022 sets, and so today's video I'm just going to be talking about them and giving my thoughts on them. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Just want to get my thoughts out there and talk about these, why they're still relatively relevant. And yeah, with that, we're just going to go ahead and get started with the video. And going ahead and starting off here is just the full set list that we got right here. So we can see 71757 Lloyds Ninja Mech, 71760 Jay's Thunder Dragon Evo, 71761 Zane's Power Up Mech Evo, 71762 Kai's Fire Dragon Evo, 71763 Lloyd's Race Car Evo, and then 71764 Ninja Training Center, and then 71765 Ultra Combo Ninja Mech, and then 71766 Lloyd's Legendary Dragon, and 71767 Ninja Dojo Temple. And then we get some Kai J Lloyd Spinjitsu Ninja Training. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and dive into each set individually. As far as the first set here, Lloyds Ninja Mech, it's clocking in at $10, and the description here is it's a little green mech. It's a 4+ set, which you guys know, the 4+ sets are not for me in any way. But, as a 4+ set goes, it doesn't sound terrible. I mean, as just for something to kind of compare it to, recently the $20, Lloyds Hydro Mech, it's just going to be probably, about half that size, maybe, just a smaller 4+, easy build, small little set. Nothing too crazy. Again, 4+ sets, not for me. But, simple, great, right to the point, though. As far as the next set here, Jay's Thunder Dragon Evo, clocking in at $20. Now, this is an interesting one because the name makes me think sort of like Jay's Cyber Dragon from Prime Empire with the, Thunder Dragon Evo. A lot of the other sets from this wave kind of have that, sound very mech-like or techy. But then the description kind of, disputes that in a way where it says this set includes Jay's well-known blue Thunder Dragon. So is this going to be like a 4+ of his original dragon from the pilots? It's quite interesting because it's like kind of the two things dispute each other. So we don't know if this is going to be really more of a robotic dragon like the Cyber Dragon, or if it's going to be more like his original dragon from the pilots. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this is a 4+ set. It's going to be small. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not looking, keeping it on the radar or anything. So it's just more interesting that the title and the description dispute each other. And that's kind of the most interesting thing for me so far, reading the description and the title of this set. And as for the next set here is Zane's Power Up Mech Evo, clocking in at $10. And now this one sort of excites me. The description reads Zane's mech has also been shrunk and only has 95 parts, includes Zane and then, a snake. But for $10, the first thing that kind of makes me think of is Kai's Fire Mech originally from Season 2. It was a small $10 mech, but I really love that set. And honestly, if they could basically take that size of set, which is what they're going for, it sounds like with this wave, and, it kind of makes me think of like Zane's, original Titan mech. If they take like Zane's original Titan mech, scale it down and make it as good as Kai's Fire Mech from Season 2, I think they'll have an excellent set on their hands, and I think that it's a really good idea, and if they execute it as well as they did back in Season 2, I'll be more than satisfied. There's not that much to talk about otherwise, though. If they do it right, I think it'll make for a really good set. And moving on to the next set is Kai's Fire Dragon Evo, And this one seems pretty self-explanatory to me. The description is a red fire dragon is similar in size to the Thunder Dragon, and it's like 204 parts. Now, this one seems pretty straight and forward. By the title, Kai's Fire Dragon Evo, it sounds like a robot sort of mech dragon. And the first thing that comes to mind that we've seen in Ninjago, just that I can kind of reference, kind of picture is, in the Maze of the Red Dragon episode in Prime Empire, that ended up later becoming Jay's Cyber Dragon, but the dragon was originally red. That's the first thing that kind of comes to mind, is just that red kind of robotic looking dragon. The description, doesn't dispute anything. It seems like this is going to be a robot dragon, which for Kai is interesting. I think at least it's something that he hasn't had yet, even though we have seen that in Ninjago. At least we haven't really had it with Kai, so I don't think it's really too bad of an option. It sounds interesting enough. It's going to be $30. So, around maybe the like Empire Dragon size of set. Pretty interesting. I'm definitely, in a sense, kind of excited for this one more than I've been excited for some dragons in a while. So, so far, looking pretty decent. And the next set here is Lloyds Evo Racing Car. And this one I'm really kind of pretty excited for. The description is this set is a new edition of the Ninja Nightcrawler from 2018, but this model is smaller than its predecessor. And okay, interesting. Now, I don't absolutely love the Ninja Nightcrawler as a set. I think there was definitely like designs that I would have changed and personally I didn't love. But honestly, if this is going for more of a race car, smaller, sleeker look, I think it has the potential to be much better than its predecessor of the Nightcrawler. And I think it could make for a really good new Lloyd car, which I know people are kind of burned out on Lloyd vehicles. But honestly, I mean, I'm excited for a new one personally, and I think it has the potential to be a really good Lloyd car and vehicle. So personally, I'm really excited for it, and I think that it has the potential to be really great. So, if it is sleeker than the Nightcrawler, I'll be more than happy. If it looks better than the Nightcrawler, I'll definitely be more than happy. So, for me, definitely excited for this set. Definitely up there for being one that I'm more excited to see images for here in the coming future. And the next set we're talking about here is the Ninja Training Center, and this is an interesting set. The first thing it makes me think of, and the $40 price point is the reason it makes me think this. It's quite an awkward price point. Most like structure sets in Ninjago, smaller ones that are structures or kind of land-based sets, if they're smaller, clock in at like $50. And then, the larger ones will clock in at like $100 or more typically. But $40 is interesting. The thing it makes me think of, and it's going all the way back to actually 2011, is the Spinjitsu Dojo. Now, that was a very kind of flat, kind of very facade type of set, but it did have like training equipment throughout the set, which is what it sounds like this set is going for. Now, obviously, it'll probably be very much more modern pieces, better designed, and still will probably be a facade, but hopefully not quite as bad as that one was back in 2011. The cool thing, though, that the description says is that at least it will be able to connect to the larger dojo temple of this wave, which is, I think, another flaw that original 2011 set had, where it was all on its own. There was nothing it could go with, and it was already a very facade type of thing. So I think that this set definitely has a lot more potential. And it sounds pretty interesting, kind of a ninja training base, so that's really cool. So yeah, definitely at the $40 price point, at least making it more accessible to more people. And then, if people do get the larger set as well, then at least it can benefit them in the sense that it can connect. So overall, not too bad of a set, definitely a pretty exciting one as well. And the next set we're talking about here is quite an interesting one to say the least. It is the Ultra Combination Ninja Mech. Now, per the long description here, it looks like a Power Rangers mech. The four original ninja have combined and apparently merged their powers and created this mech here. And so it's going to have red, it's going to have blue, and it's going to have black, and it's going to have gold and white, and it's going to be a very multicolored set, which for me, the first thing it kind of makes me think of is like the Firestone mech that we got in the season 13 Master of the Mountain Wave, where it was kind of a split kind of color scheme mech. Now this is going to be even more wild than that, which my OCD sort of is definitely kind of screeching at me hearing that. I'll have to see images of this, in the nearer future when we hopefully get some. But for me, this set, yeah, I'm not sure how to feel on the crazy, wonky color scheme. I do have to say, though, this is going to be one of Ninjago's largest mechs, I have to say, with coming in at 1,104 parts and then clocking in at like a possibly $90 price point, which is crazy. So, definitely quite a large mech. But like I said, the multicolor, very rainbowy feeling color of this mech is not quite up my alley, so I'm not sure exactly what to think on it yet. Like I said, definitely need to see some images, but let me know your guys' thoughts on this one in the comments, because this is the one I'm real iffy on. It's probably, besides the 4+ sets, this is probably the one that's maybe my least favorite. So I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on this, though, in the comments. So yeah. Alrighty here, and the next set we're talking about is Lloyd's Legendary Dragon, clocking in at $60, which, okay, the description here, Lloyd's Green Dragon is also getting a new edition. It actually looks pretty big. The dragon has a dark blue belly, dark blue lower legs and feet. But okay, so now this raises the question, is this going to be more of a mech dragon similar to what it sounds like Kai's will be? Will this be kind of like Lloyd's mech dragon that he got in the Ninjago movie, or is it going to actually be a more dragon and be more of a living creature, and it'll be like an update on the Lloyd's NRG dragon we got in the Day of the Departed wave? So raises some questions again. The title doesn't really dispute the description, but some of the other sets kind of make me think. So this one, not quite sure if it's going to be actually a mech or a living creature, but regardless, I think it sounds kind of good. At least it sounds like the dragon is going to be quite large. Hopefully at least as big as the one we got for Lloyd's original green NRG dragon back in Day of the Departed. If it'll be, around that size, that's a pretty fairly large dragon. So hopefully that'll like turn out to be as large as the description is saying. So pretty interesting. Also, one other thing to note is it says Nia is coming in this set. People are like totally losing their crud. We don't know if Nia is confirmed to be coming back. They could have done this, before the writers knew they were gonna possibly eliminate Nia. Let's not all like rile up yet about a Nia figure coming in the set. We'll just have to wait and see what's happening. But besides that, though, the set itself looks kind of interesting, or sounds interesting. So yeah, that's all I really have to say, though, as for now. And moving on to our next set here, this is personally the most exciting one for me and probably a lot of people, but it is the Ninja Dojo Temple. And, the description reads it can be connected to the Ninja Training Center, which I already talked about. And it says that the temple stands on like a rock foundation. That sounds really interesting. The roofs are dark green. The walls are white. Small staircase leads to a large red front door, red bridge. All this sounds really awesome. And, the first things it makes me think of is kind of like the Monastery of Spinjitsu, but it says it's elevated on some rocks. Also it kind of gives some Temple of Erjitsu vibes, it kind of sounds like. A really interesting sounding set. And then, it can connect to the Ninja Training Center, making something even larger. Really great sounding. Sounds like it'll make for an excellent structure set. Sounds like it'll have great detail, ample stuff to do. Really sounding quite nice. Very excited for this one. You guys know I love structure sets, so this one is very appealing sounding to me. It sounds really great, and I can't wait to see images for this later. So everything about this set here in the description makes it sound really great. So yeah, really happy with how this set sounds. Can't wait to see some images here in the near future. And as for the last stuff that we need to cover and talk about in this video are the Spinjitsu Ninja training sets. And it says, in addition to all of the sets we get, there'll be 3 other small Ninjago 2022 sets. They're Kai's, Jay's, and Lloyd's Spinjitsu Ninja training. And I mean, most people can probably guess why it was those 3 ninja chose. Green, blue, and red. Very just bright, appealing colors. But with that though, not too surprised. It says it'll be $10. So, similar to like the epic battle sets that we got not too long ago, just a small $10 set. Sounds like these might come with a spinner like for Spinjitsu. But hard to say. It says training set though as well. So we'll just have to wait and see. Not too crazy though, but we'll get 3 of them, which is expected. We usually get 3 or 4 of these in certain waves. So again, not too all surprising, but yeah, they don't sound too bad though. So excited to see what those look like as well. But yeah, that's it. That's all we really need to cover. So yeah. Alrighty, and like I said, that's all we have to cover for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video of me talking about the Ninjago 2022 set descriptions and giving a little bit of my thoughts on them and just kind of what it sounds like we might be getting. Honestly though, this wave does sound kind of interesting. I know some people are all real fired up saying that this is going to be the worst Ninjago wave ever, and I mean, come on people. Like, let's take a chill pill here. We haven't even seen any preliminary images of stuff. Like, take a rest, people. We don't even know, what this wave is going to look like. We have to actually wait and see these sets, in some images before we can really make more assumptions. So I think people need to cool down a little bit here, and let's just take some stuff at a little bit of face value here. Definitely happy though that we did get some descriptions, giving us some stuff to cover here though. As for me though, like I kind of mentioned when I was talking about them individually, some of my favorites though are of course the big, large dojo temple. Also, the training dojo sounds pretty good as well, the $40 one. And I'm definitely excited for Lloyd's racing car if it is designed pretty well. And Zanes power-up mech is also good sounding as well, if they do it as well as I hope they do. So yeah, with all that said though, this was really enjoyable to make. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys could, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to chat with you guys about all these new sets. But yeah, not a whole lot else to say, except if you guys did enjoy this, if you could hit that like button, that would definitely be appreciated. Also, if you guys could hit that notification bell, I will, like I said, try to post more frequently here. I think I'm going to get to a point where my schedule will allow me to, where I can start working on videos a little bit more and at least try to get a video or 2 out per week. So definitely hoping for that. But yeah, otherwise though, I will see you all in the next video. So bye!